guys, Rex here, and welcome to the fourth episode of my Minecraft Let's Play. Now, I have just uploaded, I've just released the third one. I had some issues with it, so that's why it took so long. I also had some planning issues with it, but that's why it took so long. But hopefully I'll be able to get them up quicker in the future, so I'm going to start right away, right after the third episode has been released. And you may notice that something is very different. And I have been doing some terraforming. Actually, Superlink helped with this at the end of the episode. So this is all flat now, and that's because I'm going to be building some stuff here. I'll just leave it a surprise for now. It is actually hollow underneath right now. There's no blocks here yet because I don't have enough dirt. Eventually, I'm going to fill this entire thing in. And originally I didn't have the torches in here because I just thought, oh, maybe I can go down there and get XP. I gave it a whirl, and I got my butt handed to me by the loads of mobs that were down there. So that was not fun. So I did put torches in there. Now, the previous episode, let's go down here. We built two rooms. We built this main room here, which is looking pretty good. I think it looks pretty good. This is sort of the style I'm going to go with for the main bits of my base, with the stone brick, dark oak wood, redstone lamps, and spruce logs, and the blue carpet. Oops. Fail. And then we also built this room back here. Some chests, and these furnaces are just temporary. Let's grab some food here. With this big timer on the wall here, and then we've got some more stuff. Right now I have my bed under here. There's gonna be something here in the future. I'm not sure what it's gonna be yet. It might be a trophy hall or something, or a passageway to an intersection or something. But yeah, this is this room, and I have a big counter on the wall. Now, like I said, I just released episode 3, and in episode 3 I asked people to guess what this is. And yeah, I've got a couple guesses so far. Someone said it was a doomsday timer, and unfortunately that is wrong. But I'm going to give a shout out to the person who first gets this right. If you comment on this video or the third episode to guess what this timer is, I'm going to just basically say that that person gets it right. But we're going to be working on this in a much later episode because obviously it's going to require a lot of redstone. But I also, since last episode, have sorted out some stuff into these chests. Now, this is not where it's going to go permanently. I'm going to put other stuff in these chests, and I might actually move these ones and have like a little room here with more chests. But yeah, I just put the stuff in here because in the long run, it's going to be in sort of storage halls going down these passageways. But obviously, I haven't built those yet, so I just put them in these chests. But today, we are going to be trying to build a witch farm, because obviously a lot of the projects in this world are going to require a ton of redstone and a lot of glowstone, and yeah, redstone lamps are pretty expensive, but redstone and glowstone for redstone lamps, just a lot of redstone. Obviously I don't have too much redstone, and you guys know me, I don't like mining, so we are going to build a witch farm to try and get some redstone, unless I just randomly change my mind after this clip, which shouldn't happen, I don't think. But there's one thing we need to do first, and there might be a couple things actually, but one thing is that I'm sick of eating these potatoes. They don't give you very much food saturation, so I'm going to try and build a little cow farm. Now, Azuma posted a design recently that was really cool. It used a concept where if you put... Oh my goodness, that was bad. That was my Skype. Where if you put, what are they called? Fences and nether brick fences beside each other, adult cows can't actually fall through, but baby cows can. And that is pretty cool. I didn't actually know that. So let's build one of those quick up on the surface. It's not going to have a permanent home down here yet, but we need some better food. So let's get started on that. Okay, so that it didn't take very long, but we are done the cow farm. It's a very simple design. If you haven't seen the video, I'll put a link in the description. But it's basically just a box here. You breed the cows. The baby cows will fall through the holes here, and then they'll just sit in the bottom. And then you need quite a bit of dispensers for lava. But basically what Azuma actually had, I made one small modification to Originally he had the hoppers on the block level. They had the hoppers level with this grass, right? I've actually moved them, if you can see here, one block down. So from here where they are now, in Azuma's tutorial, they're one block higher. And what that means is if I press this button, it's going to kill all the cows down there, regardless of their age. But now what it's going to do is the baby cows are going to sit one block lower. I'm going to get rid of this here. They're going to sit one block lower. So if you notice, I just pressed the button and they didn't get hurt because they're too small to get hurt. But once they grow up into adult, unless they jump, I don't know what's going on there. Oh, that was an adult cow. Did one fall through? I hope not. Oh dear. But anyways, the baby cows are supposed to be too small to be hit by the lava, and then when they grow up, their hitbox becomes 1.5 blocks tall, and then they go in the lava, and then we get their meat. I don't know what happened with that adult. It doesn't seem to be working. Well, there may be some kinks, but I'll have to work them out. Eventually this will work, and it will get me some steak. And that's exactly what I want. But before we get started on the witch farm, hopefully I won't use up too much time just doing other stuff. There's one more thing that I want to do, and it's a very important thing that I've got to do before I get to the snapshots. So we're going to do that next. I've got some things to discuss regarding it when we get there. But before we do that, I'm just going to look at over here. Just want to say that I pulled some villagers out of this thing. And then these villagers are going to be the future of our villager civilization. I got a couple of them. They're all farmers because I want to use them for the automatic wheat farms and such. And then some for breeding. So yeah, these guys are very important. I'm going to be using them in later episodes. But now let's get to the nether and start doing the thing I wanted to do there. So I am here on top of the nether, and I just realized that I'm not as smart as I thought I was. But before we get to that, I must say that, like at the beginning of this video, I told you guys to guess what the counter was. But in the couple days between the last clip and this clip, we've actually had a winner. And he goes by the name of Tigers RC, and he guessed that it was a counter for counting the number of Minecraft days that we have spent in the world. And he is absolutely correct. He actually built one in his own LP, and you can go check out his channel. I'll put a link in the description. But yeah, that's what it is. We're going to be using it to count the number of days we've spent on this Minecraft world, just so we can look at it and say, wow, we've spent this many days. A couple of you guys guessed that it was an episode counter, and if you look at the timer, it actually has 4 digits. And if you thought about it, it wouldn't be an episode counter because I have no plans to go into the 4 digits with episode numbers. But anyways, we are right here, and what we are going to be doing is breaking a hole in the bedrock, and that is one of the things I want to do before I move to 1.8, because we can't actually do that in 1.8. So this is the method we're going to be using. I'll put a link in the description to JL's video on it. It's very weird. You shoot arrows at TNT, and then what happens is the arrows, for some reason, they bounce off the TNT, and then they will actually retain the information after they bounce that they're inside a piece of TNT. And then what happens is they fall through this lava and catch on fire, and then when they hit the bedrock, remember, they still think they're in a piece of TNT, so what they do is they will actually delete the bedrock because they think it's a piece of TNT, and put a prime TNT entity in its place. And that's how we're going to get rid of the bedrock. We can also use dark oak trees, but that is a lot slower because it doesn't always work. You have to do it a bunch of times to get it to work. And I just find this method to be faster and just easier in general. But wait, Rex, you're cheating. You can't use a bug. What are you doing? Yeah, that's right, guys. I am using a bug in the game to cheat. I am actually cheating here. I admit it. But I am accepting this kind of cheating in my Let's Play because it is simply causing me, or giving me a convenience. I could get up here with ender pearls every time if I wanted to, because I'm going to build an ender farm and I'm going to have an unlimited supply. But I just really don't want to have to do that. I'm not going to be using any kind of cheating to get items, no cheating to glitch, like, I'm not going to be using any type of, you know, like panda type ones where I use the bug where you can exploit the Ender Dragon. I find that to be too cheaty. I don't like making like anvil repairing machines. I find that to be too cheaty. This, however, I am going to go for because a lot of people do this because it is, like it's just a convenience really to be able to get on top of here without having to use an ender pearl every time. So for you guys, I do not want any comments saying stop cheating, stop cheating, stop cheating. I am accepting this in my Let's Play, and if you are not okay with that, then you don't really have to watch my Let's Play. But this is just for my convenience. It might be a problem because in future episodes, if I go through the hole, people are going to be spazzing at me, but I'll have to try and not go through the hole on camera. But yeah, let's get started with our bedrock breaking. Now, one last thing before we get started, and I know you guys are like, break the bedrock, break the bedrock, break the bedrock. We just want to see it happen. But the one last thing I want to say before I start is that if this fails, I am stuck here. I am stuck here, and I will have to kill myself because I was a genius, and I didn't bring a portal. So if this doesn't work, yeah, it'll be the end. So here goes nothing. Oh, okay, okay, oh, okay, there we go. It is working. Bad things are happening. I do not know what to do now. Oh dear. Off, turn off, turn off. Okay, that is really weird. I'm gonna pick up all these arrows here. Okay, I'm actually running out of blocks, and that's not good. Okay, let's... Oh dear, that is not good. Okay, I did not expect that to... I was... Should have thought that through, that it would blow up the signs. Okay, is there a passageway to get down? Not yet. There's an arrow in there. Okay. I've never done this before, as you can see. So what we're going to need to do is just pick it up with a bucket. Let's try this. And if there's no hole, then I'm pretty much screwed because I don't have any signs anymore to hold up this lava. So let's hope there is a hole underneath so I can get down. Come on. Come on. I think there should be, because it dropped quite a few pieces of TNT down there. But if there isn't, I'm going to have to think of something to do. Come on. Come on. Oh. 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 Come on. Ah. Ah, no. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can fix it, and I'll be right back. Oh, man. It's actually so close. I can dig the netherrock on the other side. If I had an ender pearl, I could get down there, but I actually ended up using all my ender pearls. Okay, so what I'm gonna try and do is I'm gonna make a little thing here to guide the lava down where I want it. So I'm gonna do this. Hopefully I won't run out of cobblestone. And then I'm gonna put my lava bucket. Okay. And then what I'm gonna try and do is remove the lava bucket before the TNT explodes. Actually, I'm gonna build this closer to the ground. Yeah, just give me 1 second. Okay, guys, let's give this a go. What I'm gonna try and do is I'm gonna try and activate the dispenser, and then run down and pull the lava bucket away. Alright, let's do this. Okay, and then as soon as one falls down, I need to pull the lava bucket away. Come on. There we go. Okay, I need to stop doing weird things. Okay. Let's see. Oh. think it worked. I think it worked. Hold on, I'm gonna pick up these arrows. There we go. See? Oh. Okay. Oh! Wait. Can we actually... You've gotta be kidding me. Oh, wait. Attempt number 3. Okay. Here we go. Hopefully it will work this time. There we go. There's one. There's two. See, I think it doesn't actually... I don't know whether the lava being there hinders it from destroying the bedrock, so let's just take a look here. I don't want to run out of materials, because that would be very bad. Alright. Come on. Give me a nice hole. Maybe? It doesn't look like it. Looks like I need to remove the, lava, which is not going to be fun. I'm going to have to start removing this cobblestone. Oh boy, this is a lot more of a pain than I thought it was going to be. Okay, let's put this here. Then, let's try this one more time. I need to just make a staircase here to remove this. These arrows here. Did I pick them up? Oh boy, they better not have despawned. Okay, well, okay, let's try this one more time and hope it works. Oh, no, I'm picking the arrows up. There we go, we got some. Let's run down, quick, get rid of the lava. Is it working? Okay, let's just keep that running. Oh, come on, we getting some TNT now. Ow. That was stupid. Okay, I think it worked. Turn this off here. Okay, we're now running out of arrows. Let's collect these quickly so they don't despawn. Alright, did it work? Yeah! We did it, bro! We did it! Now we just have to wait forever for this lava to go away. And then I'll make the hole bigger. Because I want to make a bigger hole, but this is my first experience. Oh my goodness, there's a big hole down there now. First experience doing this. At least I'm not stuck, okay? So I'll just clean this up, and hopefully we'll actually have time to build the witch farm today. We seem to be wasting quite a lot of time on this. And we are done. After a long time, it took a lot longer than I thought it would, because everything kept going wrong. You'll notice all these random holes all over the place. That's because what would happen is the TNT would blow up, shoot a bunch of arrows all over the place, and they would make more TNT. We got our 3x3 hole. It's a little bigger than that, but 3x3 is what I really wanted, so that we can, so that I can have sort of a one. I'm probably gonna use a slime block to pop myself up here, and then have like a little, obviously some decoration around it, so I can't see the bedrock. But one thing is I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna get down, because now there's a big hole down there. But that is not a problem for you guys, it's a problem for me, and we are gonna get started on this witch farm. So after quite a while, I have finally finished collecting all the resources for the witch farm, well, at least all to build the little part that actually dumps the witches down. Here we've got some redstone in here and some blocks in here. The string I had to go grind at a skeleton grinder. Most of the stuff I already had. I had to mine a bunch of redstone. I got a fortune pick though, so it wasn't too hard. I actually ended up getting like half a stack of diamonds by accident, because I found like 2 huge veins of diamond like 10 blocks away from each other. But the one thing is, it took me forever to get these sticky pistons, because for some reason slimes hate spawning here. I literally had to... I went several nights without getting anything, and it was like... I know it has to do with the moon phase, but the moon phase, it was like a full moon. There were several nights when it was like a full moon and I didn't get any slimes. But here's what I have so far. Here's the witch hat. For the thing to dump the witches down here, we're going to be using King Happy's shifting floor design that he used in his old Let's Play, but his channel unfortunately got deleted. It got removed by YouTube for copyright, and it was not really fair what happened. But I'll put a link in the description to his video for this, because he does have a new channel, and I think he has the video up. If he doesn't have the video, then I'll just put a link to his channel, because he is a very, very good Minecrafter, and he makes pretty cool inventions. But yeah, these two slab things, obviously I'm going to get rid of the actual witch hut. These two slab things are where the witches are going to spawn, and then when the witches spawn, they're going to be standing in tripwire, and then it's going to move the floor one block and then one block back, and that's going to cause the witches to glitch through the floor, and then they will fall down there, and the water will push them into this little hole that I made 3 blocks. I don't know if you can see it, but it's 3 blocks, and then that's so it doesn't get clogged, and then they come down here and then go up. They're going to go up a tube, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them once they've gone up the tube, because I could either make a thing way up there and have it be very efficient, because we don't want them despawning, right? If they're traveling up a tube, we don't want them despawning, because that would be lower our rates. But I'll think about that later. For now, I'm going to build the shifting floors, and I will see you when I'm done. Bam! I'm done. I'm done the bottom part, the shifting floor part of the witch farm. As you can see, it took quite a bit of redstone. We got lots of comparators, some redstone blocks, some pistons, and a lot of string. I actually miscalculated some of the resources, and I had to get a lot more. But basically how it works is the mobs spawn on these half slabs here, and then they will spawn with their heads inside the tripwire. I don't know if you can see it, but there's tripwire going between those tripwire hooks and those tripwire hooks. And then what happens is when they get in the tripwire, it will obviously activate the tripwire hook, power this block, which will power the piston, and then that will extend the redstone block, so it no longer powers this hopper here. And then it's the same for each row, obviously. But there's an item in here, and then that item will go back and forth between those two hoppers and turn this comparator on and off, and basically extend and retract the piston. So you'll notice if I stand on the tripwire, the floor is going to move back and forth. That's because over here we've only got one comparator in between the hopper and the piston. Here we've got 3, and that's so that they alternate. And the reason I'm using 3 comparators instead of a comparator and a repeater on 2 is because comparators do not give off light, and that means they do not produce light updates, which means that the whole thing lags less, and that's really what we want to happen. So for the 2-bit, I did some little research, and I found that mobs will they've got 30 seconds, and then after 30 seconds they've got a 1 in something chance of despawning every game tick, and that's if they're outside a 32 block radius of the player. So if we're sitting up there in a pod of some kind, the witches are going to go up, and they've got an average of 57 point something seconds to get within a 32 block radius of us, or they'll despawn, and that's not going to be a problem. They're going to go up fast enough. So I chose to make the shaft 96 blocks high, because we want the least amount of caves loaded, because that way less mobs will spawn in the caves and more will spawn in our witch farm, and obviously we're going to light up a bunch of stuff here. But I did just edit the rest of the footage for this episode, and I realized that the Bedrock thing took a heck of a lot longer than I thought it did. So unfortunately this episode, that looks really trippy. Okay, in this episode we're only going to be able to get the bottom part of this done. I have some pretty big plans for the top part. That looks so weird. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's like waves as it gets darker. As unlike Alpha, when it was like, it just got darker, all of a sudden it was light, and it got slightly darker, and slightly darker, slightly darker, and it was just, yeah. What was I saying? But the top bit is going to have some fancy redstone, and we're not going to have time for that, unfortunately, today. So that is going to be in the next episode. But for now, I'm just going to have to decide what to do for the rest of the episode. I might finish the shaft, I might build a thing around here. I have no idea what I'm going to encase this in. Hello, zombie. I have no idea what I'm going to encase this in to make it look nice. But next episode, look forward to ooh, hello. We're going to be building at the top because it is going to be very cool. It's gonna have a cool look, and it's gonna give us it's gonna have some cool redstone contraptions that's gonna allow us to get lots of drops from this, and some interesting stuff I'm gonna reveal next episode. But right now I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do next, and then I'll probably do it, and then I'll be back in a bit. Alright guys, I am sorry that we couldn't get the witch farm done. That was the plan, but it's gonna have to wait till next episode because we did have some problems with the bedrock there. But yeah, the cow farm was not working because the cows were glitching through. They were glitching through the fences, or they were just falling through the fences for some reason. And so I just put them back in their pen, and I built a chicken farm instead because chicken is almost as good as steak, and chicken has the plus side that it can be automatically harvested. No hands involved. This machine just sticks chicken into the chest. And this is actually Drakart's ultimate chicken farm design. It is a really cool design. I'll put a link in the description as always, but it's really compact and resource friendly, and it can give you all the drops from chickens. So eggs, cooked chicken, raw chicken, and feathers. And as well, you can it has a mode to increase the number of chickens in the top, just with these controls here. It's not as ultimate as it could be because these you have to like remove the lava and then put the water to drown them, and vice versa. But it's a really good farm to build at the beginning of a world because it is really compact and really resource friendly. So that's what I'm going to be using for food for a while until I've got some other farms built. But yeah, sorry about the witch farm, guys, but that is going to be the end of the episode. So if you enjoyed this video, then please feel free to leave a like and follow me on Twitter at NanoRexMC for more updates. But thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Rex out.